Another one I've been citing a ton of your stats on, and I want to kind of get you live talking about this guy is Austin Ekeler. So you clock in at 65 overall in your latest rankings that I checked, and I'm right there. I have him at 66, so we're both right around 30 spots or so higher than the ECR. And of course, Melvin Gordon's holdout's a huge factor in that, and that will play a role in how valuable he ends up being. But even with or without him, what makes you love Ekeler so much?
Yeah, so even if Melvin Gordon plays, I think he has, some fantasy upside where, he could at least be a bye week fill-in for you or something along those lines. And then if Melvin Gordon misses time, I think Ekeler should be the guy. I know you talked to someone recently who disagreed.
Yeah, Mr. Adam Schefter himself. Yeah, no, he had him on the pod. And he said he expects Justin Jackson to take those big bat carries more so than Ekeler would. But you're still on the Ekeler train.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel comfortable going against Adam Schefter, who I think is a little more plugged in than I am. But it's just like he was amazing last year, better than Melvin Gordon by like pretty much any stat you want to look at. And there's a lot of good stats to look at. PFF grade, yards after contact per attempt, yards per carry, yards per target, etc., missed tackles forced, etc. So he's really, really good. The only times he wasn't good were when Gordon was out. He, had the bell cow workload and he disappointed. I mean, it was 2.5 games. The game he left early due to injury, he was actually playing well in. The other two games, it was like it was not as good. It was below average. Mm-hmm. I think that's like a small sample to, walk away with saying this guy can't have that role. But I mean, even if it's a running back by committee situation with Justin Jackson, at ADP, he's still like, it's just worth that gamble. Where, the even if Melvin Gordon plays, like he taking him where I have him isn't too much higher than where he should go. And then the upside is obviously a lot more attractive. But did Schefter, go hashtag sources on that, or was that just his general?
That was kind of more of his gut call. He said, the team has talked about being very impressed with Justin Jackson and what he's shown in early camp, and he just felt that Ekeler was more served for the change of pace role. I think it was more personal opinion, and just like hearing some nice words about Justin Jackson kind of led him to that conclusion. He never said anyone definitively told him, hey, it's Justin Jackson's job or anything like that. And you look at the preseason too. I mean, 16 snaps with the starters, 12 of them ended up going to Ekeler. The first 2 goal line carries go to Ekeler. He fumbled it, sure, which obviously sucks. But and then Justin Jackson just looked like a bully on his touchdown run, just bowling people over. So who knows who would actually get that volume? But 75% to 25% in their early debuts leads me to believe Ekeler would be more of that workhorse role than a lot of people are going to give him credit for. He had 17, 18, 17 touches in those 3 games without Gordon last year too. And does it work? I know you kind of cited the fact that he wasn't great in the workhorse role other than, that one game he had 16 and a half fantasy points. Does that worry you at all? Or do you think that was just, a matter of good defenses, or he was a little dinged up, or what do you think?
So I think like it's something to factor in, but I also think that, based on, public sentiment, it's something we're overweighting and like overreacting to a small sample size. Justin Jackson's promising for sure, but at the same time, like he's not. I don't think he's half the receiver Ekeler is. I think Ekeler is gonna get that work guaranteed. And also, like I was down on Melvin Gordon before I even thought the holdout was possible, just because like even after he returned from his injury and he was supposedly fully healthy, we saw much more of an RBBC situation than what we saw the first half of the season. And why wouldn't you go that route when Melvin Gordon's had the injury history he's had?